eternity. Permashave. Crazy windy today.
On Route 66.
Yep, the old part of Route 66. 2 lanes wide with Burma shave signs. Super windy today. Wind chill was about 5 degrees Fahrenheit the last time I checked. There's the train tracks up there. Do you have anything specific to talk about today? There you are, on camera.
Yeah, the Southwest is pretty interesting. But most people don't realize that this road here with 2 lanes was what was in place 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago. My father, and probably your father, drove this road going from one part of the United States to the other, because a lot of it was ending up in San Diego and that part of the country.
I remember your dad talking about driving, and he would wear the tires off the car, you know, because the roads were not the greatest, and it would he was doing something for the Navy at the time, I don't know what, but he was getting from point A to B, and he was driving car just across because it was the fastest way to get there.
And the old tires weren't all that tough, and this road was pretty rough on them, so he had tire spoons with him and tires in the car, so that when the tire went out, he wasn't going to be stuck out here for a long time. If you look around here right now, there's not a whole lot of people out here.
There's a lot of areas here with absolutely nothing except an occasional cow or antelope. There are some old
Those are telegraph poles.
Yeah, those are telegraph poles. You can still see the insulators on them.
There's still insulators on top. Those insulators were mostly made by glass works with leftover glass, so you'll see all different colors of insulators. Everything from clear to green to purple, brown, whatever color they happen to have in the pot. Driving Route 66 between Seligman, Arizona, and about 5 miles west of Ashford, Arizona. This is the intact part of Route 66. This road served us very well several years ago when we were coming back from an event in California, and there was lots of snow and ice on the road.
There'd been a whole stack of accidents on a couple of the hills, and we were going, oh, I don't know, it was taking us hours to get a mile or two, and we managed to get off at Seligman, and I talked to the lady at the gas station, and she said, where are you going? And I said, Ash Fork, and she said, 66 is clear, and I said, what do you mean clear? She said, clear. I mean dry. Like dry. And sure as heck, they had plowed it and it had melted off, and we got onto this and we were home lickety split. We'd have been on the road for probably another 4 hours otherwise to get from because it was just a giant parking lot of semis and other vehicles with us in the middle of it.
It's 22 miles from Seligman to Ashfork according to the road signs on I-40. It's probably 24, 25 miles going this back route. But the back road is frequently surprisingly clear and safe.
Yeah, and sometimes the interstate is just a giant disaster. Let's see. Angels who guard you when you drive. Usually retire at 65. In other words, don't drive any faster than 65. For shame.
Yeah, these signs were put up by the county probably 10 or 12 years ago as part of the kind of beautification of this part of the state. They wanted to encourage people to drive Route 66.
Right.
And one of the reasons for that is that it means that there'd be more business along 66.
In the mountains. You look too slow.
Yep.
It'll be that direction. And you can see all the peaks from Flagstaff.
Nice. Anyway, the idea is that they would encourage people, especially tourists, to drive these older back roads and stop in these small towns that were bypassed by I-40. The most recent bypass, and actually the last bypass on I-40, happened in Williams. That's about 18 miles east of where we live. Oh wow.
See the peaks over there?
A lot of snow on those peaks.
Yep. Let's go.
Pretty much all of these small towns on Route 66 were put out of business by I-40.
Yeah.
I-40 bypassed the towns, and slowly, ever so slowly, the towns died. Some of them have survived all right. Williams, for example, is the gateway to the Grand Canyon. There's the Grand Canyon Railroad that has its terminus in Williams, and the other end is in the Grand Canyon National Park. Great fun to take that train. It's an easy drive too. It takes about an hour and 20 minutes from Williams to go to the Grand Canyon. It's not too bad.
It's on our to-do list. It's cool. Every once in a while you can see the peaks from Flagstaff peeking up. It's kind of hard to imagine how far away that actually is, but it's a long way.
From here, it's about 70 miles. Line of sight.
Right.
And yet the only reason why you can see those mountains from where we've been is because it's a little bit of a depressed valley between here and Flagstaff.
Yep, there they are. Very cool. And they are not actually mountains. They are actually dormant volcanoes. They do shake, rattle, and roll a little bit once in a while. In fact, you can see the stratigraphy here along the side of the road. The reason the layers look like that is because of the different volcanic eruptions in the area and the different ash layers, some of which have consolidated into rock and some of which have not. And sometimes when you see a single peak around here that's just sticking up by itself, it's actually a cone that ash and cinders would have flown out of back when we were volcanically active.
We'll be coming up on the overpass called Kirkton Overpass. If we were to continue following this road, it gets pretty rough and pieces of it are missing, but there's still the same asphalt on the other side of I-40. That is the old Route 66.
Right.
And along that road there is a railroad caboose.
Somebody's made it into a house.
It's very cool. I look at it and I say, I wonder how they get it out there. Well, I know they had to haul it out on a tractor trailer, but that's a lot of work.
Yeah, could have been done a lot longer ago before the roads were as broken up as they are too. I've never actually seen anybody out there. Is this a train coming? I think getting a terrible reflection off the front of it, but it's a train.
Look over to the left.
Yeah, you can see more than one mountain ridge over there. Straight sections where they just drew a line on the map and said, put the road there.
There's a lot of that in Arizona.
Not as much as there is in Texas, but yeah, I agree.
Just this once.
Just this once.
And just for fun. We'll let you finish. What we've begun. Question mark?
Okay.